Hi, in this devlog I'm going to be working on adding fire ants to my strategy game about rival ant colonies which I'm making in Unity. I also add sound, make a tutorial and release a demo which you can download and play if you want to try out the game for yourself. The different species in the game will all have different strengths and weaknesses and so will require different playstyles. Black ants have cost efficient units and a passive food income, so are stronger when there is limited food available. Fire ants start with 3 workers, so can have faster initial growth, however they earn no passive income. This means that a fire ant colony requires a steady supply of food from foraging. Additionally, fire ants have high attack damage but have fairly low health for their cost. After making off the fire ant queen and workers, I ran into some interesting errors while trying to allow for the fire ant queens to be loaded at the start of the game. At this point, I added options to the game settings menu to allow for the selection of different species. To finish making the fire ants, I made the art for the fire ant soldier, as well as adding animations for each of the fire ants. After this, I went on holiday on a European road trip, but I brought my laptop with me so I could continue working on the game. If I want to release a demo, then I should probably add a tutorial so people actually know how to play. First of all, I had to make the tutorial scene. Next, I added some code to Game Manager to control the tutorial, which works by splitting the tutorial into different parts. At each part, different text will be displayed, and the player must do something to move on to the next part of the tutorial. For example, in the first part of the tutorial, the text says use WASD to move, and then the player must press either W, A, S or D to move on to the next part. At the moment, the game is very quiet, so I started making some sound effects. I experimented with different objects to record the different sound effects, which I then edited in Audacity. I created an audio manager, which essentially means I can call a method to play sounds from any script. The problem with this is that the sounds will play at the same volume no matter where the player is, and some sound effects should be louder or quieter based on where the player is and where the sound's coming from. For example, the player should only hear the death sound effect for the ants which die nearby. This meant that I had to code a new system to create and play audio sources on different game objects. However, I realised the problem specific to the death sound effect, as when the ant object dies, it will be instantly deleted, and there won't be time to play the death audio source attached to it. To fix this, I temporarily create a new object at the location where the ant died to play the sound effect. In the future, I could use this new object to add ant carcasses temporarily when ants have died. Originally, I was planning on using music made by someone else for the game, but actually, I decided that it might be fun to make the music myself. I made music for the main menu in LMMS. But then, for the in-game music, I tried out Busker Kiol, which I found to be much simpler to use. I also used it to produce sound effects that are played when the game is won or lost. As I was switching between 2 music tracks, one for the main menu and one for the actual game, I needed to write some code to stop playing one music track and start playing the other one whenever games start or end. After fixing a few bugs and making an icon for the game, I uploaded the game to itch.io, where you can play the game for yourself if you want to. Any feedback on the game would be appreciated. In the future, I'm planning to add another ant species, add colony upgrades, and attempt to add a multiplayer game mode. Thanks for watching.